Beautiful beings, bienvenido. My first name is Kuwa Jasiri, and my pronoun is beauty. I want to do a meditation with you around the senses. It's a sensory meditation that you can do with any theme. Like, how does this theme affect my senses? How do my senses show up for these themes? So for this video, we are going to go in on how we stimulate our senses with euphoria. And so first I wanted to define euphoria for our space together. Euphoria is the experience of pleasure or excitement or intense feelings of well-being and happiness, excitement. So that is our theme, euphoria. So how does euphoria stimulate our senses? How can our senses be stimulated by euphoria? So we're going to first find the pleasure centers in our body in a meditative space. Just want to create a little bit of clarity for you going in, just so you have the option to like participate more. In my world, I'm like, it seems like it was like complex for me. So I had to really like, what's happening? And we are going to go through senses and ways of being. If you hang out with me, you are aware that, the intersectionality, the whole experience of being is really important to us. So we'll go over where pleasure is in your body in general, just your pleasure centers that hone and attract, radiate pleasure, euphoria. Then for like maybe senses you are more aware of: touch, see, smell, taste, hear. How are those affected by euphoria? How can they have euphoric experiences? Like, what do you like, pretty much, right? What gives you pleasure? How do you receive pleasure? And thinking of it in a respectful, heartwarming, nourishing way, okay? Not any one relationship or relationship type. That's obviously how you can use this meditation, some other, but for this experience, yes, I would like more expansive, applicable to all kinds of relationships, able to do it yourself, create like self euphoria. Yes, get into these pleasures. So then ones that I like is focusing on stimulating the gut, the heart, the emotions, the spiritualness, I guess the spirit. And I've been adding the one laughter, just like how can you make your laugh more euphoric kind of thing. And just finding things that kind of inherently can bring euphoria. And if you're following me on my comedy journey on Patreon, shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much. Thank you for journeying with me. And I'm kind of going over like my comedic journey over there. But part of it is finding kind of inherently across the board things that are funny. And one is like laugh and words and sound and how they can be like used together. So I added it here. Okay, so let me meditate you. Okay. Dun, dun. Yes. If you are willing, get comfortable. My workspace I need a chair, a comfy chair. Yes, comfy chair. Okay, so let's get into our relationship with euphoria. Oh, also because I was originally doing a gender euphoria, or a gender euphoria meditation is what sparked this euphoria meditation. my work with my Betterment Buddy and council member Amy sparked more of like the pleasure focus across the board. So we're also adding genitals. It's kind of like a vague, but if you have gender things, you can rock with it. And if not, just even finding that, and still in that like platonic way. But like, are you wanting to be like more bulgy or more flat or whatever you like? I guess those are mine. Bulgy and flat is like my only like gender dilemmas. It's like, do I go bulgy? Do I go flat? I'm like, what else do I do? And I guess exploring that more. And obviously, you can take it to a more sexual, or these things can be done in a sexual container. Like I was saying, can be applicable to all relationships. I've been using these during my masturbation. Like, what gives me pleasure? How can I do that? And then just across the board, like one of my things was warmth really gives me euphoria and pleasure. And so just even in this moment, I'm just like a little cold, and I'm just realizing if I have a blanket or just a little something extra, I can bring myself pleasure, get to that euphoric space of just having that warmth. I love it so much. Just even talking about it right now, I'm like, where's that blanket? Give me a moment. This will have to do. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, already I'm just like, if the world was, okay, I'm not going to say warmer because we're already in that predicament, but if my world was warmer. Okay. Thank you for coming on this long intro with me. Taking a moment to come into your body. This place made especially for you. Only you. Bask in your flesh suit. Connecting in with your breath. Becoming present with your whole being in this moment. Allowing your brain to signal to your body that we are exploring the senses. We are getting in the sensory and we're bringing euphoria. Hey, if you got it, you got it, and then you got it. So let's bring in the euphoria, the pleasure, the intense positivity, bringing it in. Finding where euphoria comes to us naturally. As we call in euphoria, where does euphoria land? In the mind, the body, the spirit. Where is euphoria in your body? Finding that pinpoint. Exploring deeper, noticing the colors and the temperature as you follow euphoria through your body. Where are you going? As you call it in, euphoria. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Breathing into the euphoria that is filling your body. Begin to amplify it. Begin to spread it to all the places. Noticing how euphoria is in your heart, how your heart receives euphoria, how your heart receives euphoria, how your heart becomes euphoric. Noticing your touch. How does your skin become euphoric? How does your skin register euphoria? What euphoric activities dance upon your skin? Moving to the eyes, how do you experience euphoria through the eyes? How does euphoria land on your eyes? As you bring it in, noticing pleasure for the eyes. Moving to your nose, how can you experience euphoria? How can you take in euphoria on and in to the nose? Moving to your mouth, your tongue specifically. How can you experience euphoria, pleasure, immense, the magnitude of pleasure through your tongue, through your mouth? Moving into your lower abdomen, moving into your lower abdomen, into your gut. How do you receive euphoria? What is euphoric and pleasurable in your gut, to your gut? Breathing in the euphoria, noticing the shifts as you explore euphoric connection with self. Be in this moment, be present. Draw upon your spiritual team to anchor in as we continue the journey through our senses. A sensory exploration of euphoria, of pleasure, potent happiness, positive affirmation. Moving to your ears, how do you experience euphoria? On the ears, in the ears, noticing, drawing near to euphoria. Into the emotions. How do your emotions experience euphoria? Take in, relate with euphoria. Moving to our spirit. Finding our anchor once again as we are in our spirit. How does our spirit experience euphoria? Deep, immense, expansive pleasure. moving into our genitals, perhaps our reproductive spaces, our urinary system. Noticing all that encompasses gender in the body. Tapping into that sense of self-expression. How do you experience euphoria? How do you receive euphoria? Immense pleasure in your genitals. We close in the sensory space of laughter. How does our laughter experience euphoria? Great, immense pleasure that's available for you. Taking these moments to come deeper within ourselves, finding our center, being in that center with euphoria, being euphoric, being in pleasure, whelming with positivity. Create normalization and comfort in this space. Repeat these practices and implement and embody euphoria, listening to your body, mind, and spirit, your sensory spaces, giving gratitude for showing up to this practice, realizing it is all within you. You. You are welcome.